Imagine a serene day in the wild, disrupted by a deadly encounter with nature's most formidable beast. Now picture the vast, untouched wilderness of Alaska. The air, crisp and clean, is punctuated by the rustle of leaves and the distant gush of a rushing river. In this tranquil setting, a lone hiker embarks on a journey, embracing the solitude and seeking the thrill of the great outdoors. But little did he know, he was not alone. In the heart of this wilderness, our hiker comes across a sight that freezes his blood. A fully grown grizzly bear, its fur shining in the dappled sunlight, its eyes fixed unwaveringly on him. The circumstances were far from ideal. He was in the bear's territory, alone, and without a weapon. The bear, perhaps sensing his fear, began to approach. The silence of the forest was shattered by the grizzly's guttural growl. The hiker, trapped within the gaze of the beast, could only stand frozen as the bear charged. The grizzly was on him in a heartbeat, its powerful claws slashing through the air. The hiker fought back with all his might, using whatever he could find: a rock, a fallen branch, even his bare hands. It was a battle for survival, a terrifying dance between man and beast that seemed to stretch on for an eternity. The hiker was no match for the raw power of the grizzly, and he was left severely wounded. But in a final act of defiance, he managed to land a lucky blow, startling the bear and giving him a moment to escape. Bruised, bleeding, but alive, the hiker stumbled through the forest, driven by pure adrenaline and the will to survive. Despite his injuries, he managed to make it back to civilization, forever carrying with him the scars of his deadly encounter. The hiker, though severely injured, managed to survive and tell his tale. His story serves as a chilling reminder of the raw power of nature and the respect it demands from those who dare to venture into its domain. Now, picture a tranquil camping trip in Canada, shattered by an unseen predator. Imagine the serene wilderness of the Canadian backcountry, its beauty rivaled only by its silent, lurking dangers. Amidst the towering pines and tranquil lakes, a family embarked on what was supposed to be an idyllic camping adventure. Little did they know, they were stepping into the territory of a stealthy and unpredictable predator, a black bear. This bear, a master of its domain, moved with an eerie silence that belied its immense size. It was the unseen shadow in the dense forest, the quiet rustle in the underbrush. The family was blissfully unaware of its presence, their laughter and campfire stories echoing through the trees. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, the unseen predator made its presence known. In the chilling moments that followed, the tranquil wilderness transformed into a scene of terror. The black bear, emboldened by the cover of darkness, launched its attack. The family's joy turned to panic as they found themselves in a life-and-death struggle with nature's raw power. But in the face of such terror, the family showcased a courage that was nothing short of heroic. They fought back with everything they had. Camping tools turned into weapons, shouts turned into deafening roars, fear turned into a fierce determination to survive. Each member of the family played a part in their own survival, their actions a testament to human resilience and bravery. In the aftermath, the forest returned to its deceptive calm, the horrifying ordeal over. The family, though shaken, survived. Their wounds healed, but the memories of the unseen predator remained, a chilling reminder of the wilderness's untamed nature. Despite the horrifying ordeal, the family survived, their camping trip forever imprinted as a tale of survival. Let's take a journey to the Rocky Mountains, where a hunter became the hunted. Picture this, a seasoned hunter, used to being the predator, stalking his quarry among the rugged, majestic peaks of the Rockies. But on this fateful day, the tables were dramatically turned. Our hunter, let's call him John, was an experienced outdoorsman, a man who knew the wilderness like the back of his hand. He was used to being the one doing the stalking, the tracking, the hunting. But on a chilly morning, as the frost glittered on the pines, John found himself stalked by a beast he had never expected to encounter so intimately: a grizzly bear. The irony of this situation was chilling. Here was a man, always the hunter, suddenly thrust into the role of the hunted. The grizzly, a massive beast of fur and muscle, was a formidable adversary. A single swipe of its paw could crush a man's skull, and John knew this all too well. His heart pounded in his chest like a war drum as he tried to evade the grizzly, but the bear, cunning and relentless, was always one step ahead. The intensity of the attack when it came was something John had never experienced before, a primal struggle for survival, a dance with death under the towering pines. But John was not ready to become another statistic, another tale of tragedy in the wild. He fought back, using all his strength and wit to fend off the beast. It was a grueling battle, a test of will and determination. But in the end, John managed to escape, battered and ruined, but alive, forever marked by the encounter. In a twist of fate, the hunter lived to tell the tale of the day he became prey. His story serves as a reminder of the raw, untamed power of the wilderness and the creatures that call it home. The Rockies, a place of beauty and danger, a place where the hunter can become the hunted, and where survival is never guaranteed. Imagine the horror of a peaceful night in the Siberian wilderness, disrupted by a nightmarish encounter. In the unforgiving terrain of Siberia, a group of miners were settling into their makeshift camp after a long day of hard toil. The only sounds were the crackling of their campfire and the occasional gust of the chilly wind. Little did they know, the tranquility of the night was about to be shattered. Out of the darkness, a sudden and savage growl echoed through the still air. Before they could fully comprehend the situation, a massive polar bear, drawn by the smell of food, lunged into the firelight. The bear, with its powerful muscles and razor-sharp claws, was an embodiment of nature's raw, unfiltered power. The miners, caught off guard, were thrown into a desperate fight for survival. They used whatever they could get their hands on, picks, shovels, even their bare fists, to fend off the monstrous intruder. One miner, with a courage born of desperation, managed to land a blow on the bear's snout with his pickaxe. The bear, stunned and injured, retreated back into the darkness from whence it came. The aftermath was a scene of chaos. Overturned equipment, scattered belongings, and the remnants of a once peaceful campsite. The miners were shaken, some nursing wounds both physical and psychological. But they were alive. Their camaraderie and quick thinking had saved them from a grisly fate. In the wild, danger can come from where you least expect it. As humans, we often forget that we share this world with creatures that can easily remind us of our place in the food chain. The Siberian miners' terrifying encounter is a stark reminder of the unpredictability of the wilderness and the formidable creatures that inhabit it. The miners, against all odds, survived the night to recount their horrific ordeal. As we reflect on these chilling encounters, let's ponder the aftermath of these horrific attacks. In the wake of these terrifying events, the survivors were left with deep physical and emotional scars. Each person had to grapple with their injuries, enduring grueling rehabilitation and the daunting task of reintegrating into their everyday lives. From the deadly encounter, our first survivor had to endure countless surgeries to repair the damage inflicted by the bear. But he didn't let this traumatic experience break him. Instead, he used it as a platform to educate others about the realities of living alongside such powerful creatures. The unseen predator left its mark too. The survivor walked away with a newfound respect for the unforgiving wilderness, and a mission to share her story as a stark warning to others. The experience, harrowing as it was, transformed her into an advocate for wildlife safety. In the case of the beast of the Rockies, our survivor's life was forever altered. His physical wounds healed over time, but the psychological impact remained. He became a testament to the strength of the human spirit, demonstrating that resilience can emerge even from the most terrifying circumstances. The night terror survivor, despite the trauma, managed to find a silver lining. The ordeal led him to become actively involved in wildlife conservation efforts, using his experience to highlight the importance of coexistence with these majestic creatures. These stories, while chilling, provide us with crucial insights into bear behavior. They remind us that as we encroach on their territories, these encounters may become more frequent. We must learn to respect their space, understand their behaviors, and take necessary precautions when venturing into the wilderness. The aftermath of these encounters is not just about the individual survivors, but about us as a society. It's about our relationship with the wild, the understanding we gain, and the actions we take to ensure a harmonious coexistence with these formidable beasts. As we venture into the wilderness, let's carry these tales of survival with us, reminding us of the raw power of nature and the strength of the human spirit.